haven't seen you in so long.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Seals are your favorite animal, Manila?
When I'm paddleboarding, then they just come up and they're like, and they just stare me right in the eyes. Very real connection, me and the seals.
Like an unspoken, or are you speaking to them?
I'm speaking to them.
I'll
We do
learn.
talk.
Okay.
Perhaps you'll know the seal language one day.
No, this is perfect. Hi.
Hi, Red.
Nice.
So the question is, can I see that I've grown, or when do I know if I've grown?
Yeah, what tells you? Are there like, I guess maybe chapters where you're like, dang, we're in the next part.
Oh my gosh, of course, yeah. It would take forever to explain them all and how they happened.
What would you say is the most current growth in yourself?
I feel like honestly what we were just chatting about, deconstructing my spirituality, growing up in a certain faith tradition. I never like fully latched onto that and was like, yes, these are all the beliefs that I have. I don't know. I feel like I'm just breathing into this new idea of what it means to be like a spiritual woman in the world, like my sexuality. I felt like I always felt kind of awkward when I was younger to be like, I feel the ocean calling me, and then I go down to it and I just like pray. I just felt like super weird explaining those things, but now I'm just like, this is who I am. I hug trees and I talk to them, and that's so normal. That's like the biggest thing I would say. Growth just does happen, of course, with experience and things you're thrown into. But I think for me, I'm always conscious about the areas that I can work on. That looks like journaling, meditating. Literally right now, we're just chilling at the beach. And if you're here by yourself, just thinking future self me could look like this. And how can I be intentional to make those changes? Does that answer anything? Is that like, I feel like I am very abstract with my...
What I gathered from that was just like choosing reflection.
Choose reflection for you, like what that even looks like.
Just like find your thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's not my real answer, but it's all I can think of right now.
I think it's a real answer.
Believe that you can make changes, you know, and that you don't have to like stay that version for other people to make them comfortable.
I like that. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Brad. Thumbnail. Hashtag thumbnail.
Hello, boy. Hello. How are you?
So good. How are you? No, it's okay. I've busted. Hello. I still have from you left in my old car.
Something I left? Those glasses. Hell yeah. I backed into it. Now I just have to hold it for 8 seconds.
Why?
Because I accidentally put the timer on.
Like its identity in general?
Yeah, like I feel like I come to Vic and I'm like, I know what it is. In some ways, I think I choose to put myself in situations where growth is inevitable, but at other times, like I don't plan how those situations go. Some of those situations where you think like, oh, this is gonna be a really growing opportunity, and it ends up being just like, shit. The biggest thing for me took a long time to learn, and it took leaving Vic and going into a program where feedback was welcomed. We get feedback from our peers, we get feedback from our professors, from our tutors, and it's not always good. And that can be really hard, especially when we're so wrapped up in our own egos, because we all just want to be happy. You have to be willing to accept the negative things people recognize about you. Negative isn't always bad. You know, areas for growth. There's constructive feedback and then there's growth feedback. And if your ego's too in it, like
You won't be open?
You won't be open to it. So like, I think you have to be willing to just be naked metaphorically. Put yourself out there for opportunities and then let people explain to you ways in which you can grow and let them guide you.
Because, like, would you rather live with your single perspective your whole life or
Everyone's.
literally everyone?
Literally everyone's. Like, I want to know it all. I want to know everything. I want to know what the stranger on the bus is thinking. Who's on that boat right now? What are they thinking? What are they doing? What's their perspective?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so much more interesting than being in your head all the time.
I love that. That's my whole MO. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad to see you.
Ditto.
Now, where is that boat?
Right there. Like, how many people are on that? What are they doing? What are they thinking?
I'd say at
what
least
do they eat for dinner?
12.
At least 12.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, I'm filming you, Brad.
I'm filming you,
No,
filming
I'm
me.
filming you.
This is gonna be the whole trip.
Yeah, literally.
In 3 words, can you describe your Vancouver Island experience?
Oh, that's actually beautiful. Green. Green again.
The soul sky, if I die, I hope I'm no random guy. Someone out there they will say, he is mine, he is mine. The soul sky, if I die, I hope I'm no random guy.
Blonde Radio, episode number 34. Keep it wholesome. The first time Brad interviewed me at the end of 2020. So much has changed.
Everything. Tell us, this is a petition to tell us that internet services. My friend Simon would like
0 bars out here.
just a smidge of a bar, half bar if you would.
Please.
You can hit me up, you know my line, you know my number. We'll get in touch.
Thanks to the sky, if I die, I hope that I know right now, God. It's something, yeah. Thanks to the sky, if I die, I hope that I know right now, God.
Who you were at the start of Keep It Wholesome to now, what would you say has been the most significant change you've seen in yourself?
I feel like a better person. I think through the past 2 years, I've checked myself constantly, like, am I being reflective of this person that I say I am? As corny as it is, like, am I keeping it wholesome? You know, like straight up. And I think like I've become softer as an individual and more mature through that. It's like I've become more confident just in general and getting myself out there, having to meet strangers, traveling to different places, and helped me become more confident. Those are like 2 main changes I see in myself.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, angel mourn Savannah. Well, ain't been gone too far, but head out towards Panoma, where you won't be long. Well, there's thrift store manager and a Pope Cabernet, and a gas mask on his arm. And one by one, we'll all be gone. We'll all be gone by the fall. We'll all be gone by the falling light.
There's something about being confronted with just like a really beautiful thing. It makes me feel incredibly small, but also like this all just exists and I'm so lucky to be a part of it. So I'd be doing this experience a disservice if I didn't go after something I really cared about. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Oh, the sun right here.
I was born in 1996. Does it show?
I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't.
You're a good liar.
No. You, Aiden, hanging around Aiden, I'm like, this kid's 18. Hanging around you, I'm like, this kid's like 19, bro. Maybe as a child, it's like you never got these specific experiences. And so now it's you out here like just playing creatively. And I think a lot of people around you, like your friends, you don't realize it, but a lot of people who might be settling down, they might see what you're doing and be like, wow, like Brad's still out here creatively doing what he loves. And that's freeing in a way. And I think it's important to not lose sight of that ever.
How do you personally stay open for growth?
That's a hard thing, especially when you're creating. I'm going through a lot of changes right now. It's very hard to stay open to those things. I'm taking a break from my clothing brand that I've been running for 2 years, and I don't want to. The reality is you have to change, or else you're gonna end up just self-sabotaging so hard. And I think part of this trip is like learning that and having people like you that support me for that change, right? I feel like I've surrounded myself with those people, and that helps me be more open to change.
I would agree. I feel incredibly blessed to have those people. Usually I ask people for advice just as a blanket statement, but specifically for me, I want to stay in a place where I'm always growing, and it's really easy to grow content with time and age. But like, I know that it doesn't spark joy for me yet.
You're not ready for that yet. That's okay. I mean, I know that I'm gonna have this issue when I get like, you know, as I get older as well. Like, it's just, the thing is, you'll always have that drive in you to be creating or doing something. And a lot of that inspiration comes from not settling, right? Like, the amount of changes you've gone through in your past, like, let's say 2 months, you know, it's been insane. You're gonna create some crazy stuff because of it, right? There's a story in there, right? That's what I think about.
I'm gonna try and stay stoked on my story and not the story that I feel is being put on me.
What do you feel is being put on you?
Slow down, but I don't want to. I want to be a kid till I die.
And I think that's something beautiful. Live a little more like uneasily. That's what makes you different. That's what makes these videos good.
Because as we previously determined, literally nothing matters. So I'm gonna do the thing that matters to me. Thank you, Simon. We're gonna do dope shit.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
We want all you. Okay, it's May 8th. Tomorrow's my birthday. I invited a bunch of my friends down to this really pretty spot, and I get the feeling there might be a special guest or two. Simon has been a little suspicious. I usually find I hang out with a lot of my friends, and I think you've seen in these videos, in one-on-one interactions. And it's really nerve-wracking for me to be in a group. I'm always concerned everyone's not having a good time, but I'm getting too old to be this anxious over shit that doesn't matter. So we're just gonna do it. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Very
Just as in as possible. Hi, Kennedy.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're eating these days, though.
I'm eating so much. Shut the fuck up!
I knew.
We're back.
So first of all, you're not slick. Bring it in.
Really?
I've never filmed you guys. I don't think ever.
That's actually really cute. Wait, Kennedy, how did you and Brad meet?
Throwing raps together.
We throw them across the deli.
We did throw raps actually.
Yeah.
The Alberta. That was funny. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I know, this is crazy.
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
The moon's drunk, go home.
What's your favorite thing about Brad?
He always keeps in touch. Probably his shoe game.
What's your favorite thing about Brad?
How genuine he is.
How thoughtful he is.
I think he has a beautiful vision of life.
He's very empathetic and creative.
That is true.
Creativity and follow through with his creativity.
Well, you've told me a lot about Brad, but I haven't got to know him that much.
Wow, you hate Brad? Is that what
I hate Brad so much. Don't tell me.
No,
I love you, Brad. I love you.
My favorite thing about Brad is how young of a soul he is, even though he thinks he isn't, and how he takes life lightly. What's your favorite thing about Brad?
I like that I'm growing and changing every day.
Aw, that's nice.
I think there's a nice little spot between Riley and Ken for me. right? Ah, nice of it, Steven.